Buenos and Hafide, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your Guam Congress building and happy International Women's Day. We are so pleased and honored to welcome you here to the Guam Congress building and to be able to participate in, I think this is the third annual presentation that we have on International Women's Day, and it's such a huge and wonderful event and opportunity for all of us in our entire community to recognize and honor the work that women have done for the island of Guam and for the world. And so, as you know, many of the organizations are putting out things on social media. Our hashtag for this year is balance for better. So we are working to balance things in our business community, in our government, in our nonprofit sectors, and you are all so much a part of that. So I really want to thank you. And I'm so glad that I have my colleagues here with me, members of our legislature, and our minority. And we look forward to presenting these resolutions to you. We'll be inviting all of the different organizations to come forward. We'll say a little blurb about your organization, take a quick photo, and then at the end, we hope to have a group photo for you. So without further ado, we are proud to present resolution number 53-35. I'd also like to take an opportunity just to recognize the presence of our Chief Justice, Catherine A. Merriman, who's in the room with us. And I'll hand it over to my colleagues to take it away.
Thank you very much, Senator Régine. And I was joking with some of the ladies earlier that it's really nice to see all of you every day this week. So happy International Women's Day and Biba Famalawan. Resolution number 53-35 COR, introduced by Régine Biscoe, Tina Rose Munya-Barnes, Talina Cruz Nelson, Amanda L. Shelton, Kelly Marsh Taitino, PhD, Therese M. Terlahi, Sabina Flores Perez, Joe S. Sinagustin, Clinton E. Rigel, Jose Pito Terlahi, William M. Castro, Luis B. Munya, Tello T. Taitagui, James C. Moylan, and Mary Camacho Torres. That's all of us here in the legislature, all right? So, relative to recognizing the courageous women who believe that the most basic human rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness belong to all people, regardless of gender, age, race, or creed, and to call for accelerated gender parity, and to acknowledge the extraordinary legacy of equality and progress, and to commending Chamorro and Guamanian women, past and present, whose achievements and contributions have paved the way toward progress and success for all our people in observance of Women's History Month during March 2019.
Be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of y Minutrenta Cinco na Legislatura en Guahan, whereas Chamorro society was traditionally matrilineal, whereby land and resources were passed through maternal lines of inheritance, and whereas women on Guam lead in all facets of society, in all the major professions and businesses, and are politically engaged and active in church and community,
And whereas throughout the course of history, the progress of nations and the advancement of people throughout the world have been influenced by the immeasurable courage of women who steadfastly believed in building an extraordinary world, founded on the principles of equality and opportunity for all. And whereas on March 9, 1980, U.S. President Jimmy Carter issued a presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8 as the first National Women's History Week, honoring and recognizing the contributions of women throughout American history. And
whereas the U.S. Congress then designated the month of March 1987 as Women's History Month, and since 1988, U.S. presidents have issued annual proclamations designating the month of March as Women's History Month. And whereas the U.S. Congress recognizes that women of every economic, social, and ethnic background have served as leaders in the forefront of every major progressive social change movement, and further recognizes that despite these contributions, that they have tremendously shaped the identity of our nation. The role of women in history has been consistently overlooked and undervalued. And
whereas the Legislatura en Guahan has adopted numerous resolutions recognizing Women's History Month and International Women's Day, and the equal rights and inherent human dignity of women are enshrined in the Charter of the United Nations. And whereas March 8 is recognized throughout the world as International Women's Day, a time for all people to celebrate the gifts of diversity while embracing the values of equality, and the women worldwide to continue contributing to social, economic, cultural, and political achievement. And
whereas the United Nations also recognize International Women's Day as a time to reflect on the progress made, to call for change, and to celebrate acts of courage and determination by women who have played an extraordinary role in the history of their countries and communities. And in 2019, Women's History Month theme, selected and published by the National Women's History Alliance, is Visionary Women, Champions of Peace and Nonviolence, in honor of women who have led efforts to end war, violence, and injustice, and pioneered the use of nonviolence to change society. And
whereas women's work is constantly being redefined, and today women have the power to change the destiny of a family, a neighborhood, a village, our island, this nation, and our world. And whereas Iminay 35 na Legislatura en Guahan, which was elected in 2018, is the first legislature to consist of a female majority of its members. And whereas in the same 2018 election, Guam elected its first Magahaga, the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero.
Whereas women's rights are human rights, a fundamental knowledge that should be recognized by all. And whereas awareness of women's issues has been amplified on Guam over the past year through panels, forums, and conferences hosted by various civic organizations. These events have provided a space for women and men alike to discuss and become knowledgeable about the challenges that women face on our island. These events give prominence and urgency to women's issues and continue to encourage women, men, businesses, and organizations to stand firmly behind the principles of gender equality, equal rights, opportunities, and access to resources, and equal sharing of responsibilities for families and communities by women and men.
Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Committee on Rules of Iminay 35 na Legislatura en Guahan does hereby, on behalf of the Legislatura en Guahan and the people of Guam, recognize the courageous women who believed that the most basic human rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness belong to all people, regardless of gender, age, race, or creed, and to call for accelerated gender parity and to acknowledge the extraordinary legacy of equality and progress, and to commend Chamorro and Guamanian women past and present whose achievements and contributions have paved the way towards progress and success for all our people in observance of Women's History Month during March 2019. And be it further resolved that the Speaker and the chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify, and the legislative secretary attest to the adoption hereof, that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to the various women's organizations who have joined us today. And at this time, I'd like to invite our Chief Justice, Catherine Merriman, as well as the Director of the Bureau of Women's Affairs to represent the governor. I believe Jane Flores is here. If you could join us as we present these resolutions. Just a word on the Bureau of Women's Affairs. This bureau was created in 1991 to promote women's issues here on Guam, and recently was revived by our Magat Haga Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. So first and foremost, I'd like to begin by recognizing, and if the president of the Guam Women's Club could please come and join us, President Caroline Sablan. The Guam Women's Club, as Guam's first women's organization, was founded in 1952. The Guam Women's Club is a diverse group of women dedicated to improving conditions related to Guam's welfare, health, and education. And again, we have our president, Caroline Sablan. And if we could have the members of the Guam Women's Club please join us for a photo.
This next organization is one that is very dear to my heart. I know I shared with many of you the other day at the proclamation signing about my grandmother, who was a pioneer nurse, and many people thought I would go on to follow in her footsteps and become a nurse, but I didn't, and I joined this organization instead, the Guam Memorial Hospital Volunteers Association. President Joyce and all of our members, please come up. Founded in 1965 by the late Senator Cecilia Cruz Bamba, the Guam Memorial Hospital Volunteers Association has volunteered their time and energy to assist our hospital staff in caring for our hospital's patients. In addition to their hands-on work, the volunteers have helped the hospital acquire $1 million worth of equipment and services. Siduas Masi GMHVA. And our president is Joyce Crisostomo.
Next, we are recognizing the Seroptimist International of Guam. Seroptimist International is an organization founded in 1921, with our Guam and Marianas chapters being founded in 1978 and 1986, respectively. Their mission is to promote gender equality, empowerment, education, diversity, and fellowship among women. The president is Jerry Cordova. Let's see if they put this in order. So if members will please join. Here, let me give this to you.
The Guam Women's Chamber of Commerce, formed in September 3rd, 2013, the Guam Women's Chamber of Commerce strives to insert women's voices and action into job creation, competitive wages and benefits, healthcare, education, workplace, equality, and crime prevention. If I can call up Jessica Castro, the president, and members. I'm sorry. My apologies. If I can call up Lena Leon Guerrero to come up, or any member of the Guam Women's Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, no, it's all good. Oh. Mabuhay. The next one is the Filipino Ladies Association. Founded in 1962, the Filipino Ladies Association seeks to foster member unity, maintain cherished culture traditions of said members, and to cooperate with the government to promote civic, social, and moral welfare on our island. And I would like to call up Annie Soto and the members of the Filipino Ladies Association.
Oh, great. I was asking Senator Lee if this should have just been actually the year of the ladies, because everywhere there's ladies in charge. I don't know why we're doing the month and day. It should be the whole year of 2019. But that's okay. I understand. We'd like to recognize the Guam Girl Scouts, an extension of the national organization. The Guam Girl Scouts work tireless to develop the courage, confidence, character, and integrity of our young women. President is Karina.
Yes, we have a representative.
You're the representative? Then come on up. Come on up.
So next we have the Small Business Development Center Bank of Guam Women in Business Program. This is the Guam Small Business Development Center Women in Business Program, which aims to build opportunity, awareness, and provide high-quality business advertisement, training, and resources for women in business, as well as inspire and motivate. Their desire to make a difference in the community enhance the economy, and fulfill their dreams of a legacy. So we welcome Director Denise Mendiola and the members.
Yes, thank you.
There you are. Congratulations. Yes, yes. We're ready for a picture. And good. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we're going to go around one more time. Next up, we have the Indian community of Guam, and I'd like to welcome their president, Ranjana Dewan, who's here with us, as well as any members who might be here. The Indian community of Guam, especially with their Diwali festival, has raised money for many of our local charities through the sharing of their culture with our island. One of these charities is Erica's House of Hope, a charity that serves women with or without children who are victims of domestic violence and assault. So we tip our hats to the Indian community of Guam. Situ Smasi.
Okay. So Seroptinus International of the Marianas. Seroptinus International is an organization founded in 1921, with our Guam and Marianas chapters being founded in 1978 and 1986, respectively. Their mission is to promote gender equality, empowerment, education, diversity, and fellowship among women. I'd like to welcome the president, Jessica Castro, please, and their team.
Next, we have the Chinese Ladies Association of Guam. The Chinese Ladies Association of Guam is an active fundraising group that has supported local charities like Erica's House and our public hospital. Their goal is to preserve and educate Chinese culture to the people of Guam. The president, Judy Ho. And if the members could also come forward. So yes, members, please. I think that was drowned out when the clapping was going on, but please come forward.
The National Association of Social Workers. They aim to promote quality, integrity, unification, and effectiveness in social work, in the social work profession, while supporting social workers in their mission to serve diverse populations and to ensure justice, equality, and opportunity for all citizens. The president, Lavelle Castro, and we'd like to call up their members, please.
The Military Order of the Purple Heart Auxiliary. Is Jane Sasai here? Anybody from the Military of Purple Heart? Okay, I didn't see anyone here actually, so I'm just going to recognize them and on behalf of the legislature accept this certificate resolution on their behalf. So the Military Order of Purple Heart Auxiliary, our women veterans have played an integral role in our national defense. The Military of Purple Heart Auxiliary was formed in 1932 for the protection and mutual interest of all who have received the Purple Heart decoration. The organization is comprised solely of combat veterans. Please put your hands together for the Military Auxiliary Purple Hearts. Thank you.
Thank you. And next up, we would like to invite the members of the Palau Women's Club of Guam. Please join us. The Palau Women's Club of Guam was created in the 1970s and provides Palauan women an avenue to support one another and contribute to their home on the island of Guam. So, Sujos Masi and Masulang, thank you. Anyone else?
I told you it's the whole year.
Well, we also want to acknowledge that there are many organizations that are forming almost every week on our island in response to many different issues that might come up. We have folks that are working on suicide prevention and part of mental health kind of organizations and just women responding to the call for our community. So we also want to thank all of those who are out there on the front lines right now doing the work and unable to join us, and all of those who might be watching and inspired by all of the work that you do that will answer the call to come forward. I also just want to take a moment to recognize NAWIC. It's the Women in Construction group, and I'd like to ask if some of their members could come join us. I know their president is Peggy Denny. So I know that Peggy is not able to be here with us today, but we have the members of NAWIC, and we have a resolution that we'd like to present to them as well. And at this time, we'd like to ask everyone to come up and join us for a. No, I know we acknowledge the. I think we got our script messed up. So we have the Guam Council of Women's Club president here with us, Jessica Castro. And if you want to come up and we can. The Guam Council of Women's Club. So this is a very important group because it's all of the presidents of all of the different women's organizations. So these are the leaders of the leaders. So we want to thank them. Thank you.
Jenny, can you grab my phone? Jenny. That's okay. Thank you.
Yep, 3 more. I apologize, ladies. We have 3 more. So I just want to, actually, Dr. Biggs? The president of the American Association of University Women is with us. We would certainly want to acknowledge their organization and all of the great space that they've created to have conversations about women and women in the university community. So we want to thank them and thank all of their members. Thank you, Doc. Come on. Oh. All of the members of AAU Dub. Great. We also have representatives from the International Women's Club of Guam here, and we'd like to invite them up to receive a resolution. Thank you. And we have our president here.
The next ladies organization, or well, actually organization, is the Regalu Foundation. And we'd like to call up McDonald Denise is here, and Nina McDonald, and the Regalu Foundation, and all the members of the Regalu Foundation to come up and receive this award, and thank them very much for their hard work and dedication, especially for our foster children on Guam.
Sudus Masi, and to wrap up our celebration this morning, we'd like to have a large group photo. We're going to take it from the balcony. So if everybody could just make their way up here, we'll also clear up the space behind us so we can have several layers and everybody can be seen. So on that note, we'll gather for our large group photo, but I just again want to thank you for your time this morning and just say Happy International Women's Day. Biba sa Malawan! Biba sa Malawan! Biba Guam! Okay, Sudus Masi. Oh, that one's for, okay, that one's for Kaylee. You ready? Okay, here we go. Test. Oh, Actually, ladies, while we're all here, ladies, if I could have your attention. Sorry. Last but certainly not least, we also have members of the Guam Chamber of Commerce, the Business Women's Network. So President of the Guam Chamber of Commerce, Kathy Castro, if you're in the house. Kathy Castro and her team at the Guam Chamber of Commerce, they have the Business Women's Network, and we'd like to acknowledge them with this resolution. Thank you.